Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all keeping well. It's 8 a.m. here in Istanbul, Turkey, a Tuesday, April the 26th. And today we'll be going over this agenda with the group specifically, but for the public, we will do a Bitcoin technical analysis. So today's agenda will be focusing on a Bitcoin technical analysis, what's going on, what type of market are we in. Number two, an altcoin morning market scan. Number three, the best types of trades to take in this type of market. I'll be doing an overview of my suggestions of how to approach this type of market. Every market is different. In a bull market, it's traded differently. In this type of bearish market that's testing a specific support, it's also played differently as well. And number four is the most important one today, identifying long-term trends using the crypto exit indicator. I'll be doing a very, very thorough review on that. So I've finally decided to go ahead and start teaching people how to use the crypto exit indicator of mine. It's not mine, but the one that I use and how I use it. So if you're interested in trading with me, just head to my website, www.philakone.com. And here at philakone.com, you can click on join Discord or go to Discord group here. And you can learn a lot more about my Discord group and what I have to offer you. Always invest in yourself. That's by far the most important thing to do, in my opinion. You need to put in some investment in yourself to make sure that you are equipped with the proper knowledge to actually navigate through these markets that have a great reputation of destroying people financially. The last thing you want to do is be unprepared for crypto, because it's not a condition, it's not an environment that's friendly. It's an environment that's very hostile, and there's a high probability of you getting completely destroyed in the market. And that's what my Discord group aims to help out with. It aims to prevent you from getting destroyed, so you are equipped with the proper tools to succeed and to minimize your risk and to find the best setups where we share our thoughts together and hunt for trades and help each other learn and grow. So I hope to see a lot of you in the Discord group. Come join me to learn how to use this crypto exit indicator. So first and foremost, when we're looking at Bitcoin, what we're going to acknowledge is that there's a channel. There's a channel that has been hit and it has bounced thus far. Not only has it bounced, but it's made a 7% bounce, which is a very respectable one in my opinion. There's no perfect way to draw the channel. This is the best way that I can possibly draw it myself. Let's go over 3 scenarios that we can talk about when it comes to playing specific bounces again. This is how I highly suggest to see risk, because I think it's gonna help you understand the importance of playing channels, okay? Or any breakout in general, okay? Any breakout. We can look at it either way, and this is going to give you a very firm understanding of how I think. So there's many things that can happen. Let's just pretend that it's already channeled in there for a while, okay? So now it reaches a trend line right around there, okay? So it reaches a trend line, which is around here. And now there's 3 ways that you can play it, okay? There's two things that can happen. First of all, the 2 things are it can go up or it can go down. I know this sounds really basic, obviously. The market, yes, goes up or it goes down once it reaches a specific support, right? It can go up or it can go down. Now, the first case that we're going to look at is it goes down, okay? And 3 things. The down case, I'm going to write here. The down case has a few different cases. So one case is it breaks, like when it breaks, okay? I'm going to write them all down. It breaks down. It breaks down and keeps going, right? It breaks down, but retests, then retest the support that is now resistance. And 3 is it breaks down, but bear trapped, and price goes back into channel. Okay? So that's one thing that can happen if it goes down. And the same thing can actually happen if it goes up as well. Okay? So these are the three things that can happen if it does go up. So I'm gonna write it out for you. So if it goes upwards, if it breaks, like as in it bounces, okay? It breaks up. So it bounces and keeps going, okay? Then again it bounces and retests the support, okay? And then the third one that can happen is it bounces, but price quickly goes back and down and falls through the support. Okay, so this is something that can happen as well. It bounces and keeps going. It bounces, then retests the support. It bounces, then price quickly goes back down and falls through support. So let's keep this over here on the side, just so you know what I'm referring to. Okay, let's just keep this over here. So let's play the first scenario where it goes down. Okay, I actually just wrote out everything to make it easier for you. So on the breakdown, there's two ways to really enter. Okay, there's one on the breakdown. Okay, enter on a breakdown when it breaks the channel to the downside. There's more profit, but there's more risk and there's less confirmation. And there's also there's a possibility of a false breakdown. Or you can enter on a retest. There's less profit, less risk, more confirmation, but the retest may never happen. Okay, that's one of the drawbacks. And now if you entered on the long, where you entered at the channel there, where you're taking a risk, you can enter on a bounce, right? More profit, more risk, less confirmation, false breakout. Okay, now if you enter on a retest, there's less profit, there's less risk, in my opinion, because then you're getting a way better RRs, in my opinion. And then you're getting more confirmation though. But the retest simply may never happen as well. That's something to really take away from that, okay? So now, where do you put your stop loss? This is a really good stop loss video as well. So on the short side of a channel, okay? On the short side of a channel, what I highly recommend to do is to have a trailing stop. Let's just say you enter here and it keeps breaking to the downside. You can do one of two things, okay? One of two things, in my opinion. One, you can keep your stop loss just the way it is, okay? Keep your stop loss just the way it is, right? Or the second thing that you can do is you can trail your stop loss. So stop loss is normally there, and what you normally do is, so what a trailing stop loss is this, okay? As the price goes down more, it's going down, you now increase your stop loss, as in you lower it, right? You lower it, so if the price it keeps going further down, okay, you're gonna lower your stop loss, which basically is the same thing as saying taking your profit. This way, if the price ever bounces there, you say to yourself, I'm going to lock in profits no matter what. So then you take your win. When I'm saying stop loss, I'm basically implying to take your win. Okay, that's what I'm implying. That's one way to do it. Trailing stop loss are incredibly important because it allows you to maximize your profit and minimize your losses, especially as well. Okay. So another thing that you can do is you can just keep your stop loss just the way it is. Okay, and I don't recommend to put it right here. Break even is good as well. Okay, at least break even, I'd say. But you can have a little bit more room like that. Okay, this way, one of two things can happen. If the first case happens, where it breaks down and keeps going, or the second case happens, it breaks down, then retests the support that is now resistance. If one of those two things happens, okay, where it goes down, and you're in the win if it keeps going. But if it comes down, and then it retests it, but it keeps going back down, you're still in the win. That's why it's important to have a designated amount of space and clearance and time to allow the trade to come to fruition. That's crucial, okay? So, and then if the third thing happens, unfortunately, right, the third thing that happens is you get stopped out, right? False breakout, boom, stopped out. And the next thing that happens is it comes down and boom, right? That can happen as well. And now you took your loss. And the exact same thing applies for a long position as well. Okay? A long position is the exact same thing where you could take your chance, but make sure you're allocating a certain amount of a stop when it's bouncing to know that, hey, if it keeps going, great, you won. But hey, if it comes back down, give it a stop loss at least so you can retest it perhaps. If it keeps going, you win, right? If there's a breakdown instead, you got stopped out. That's fine. If it breaks down, right, or if it goes up, it comes right back down, you guys stopped out again as well. So either way, these scenarios work out the best in your favor to have a stop like this, okay? So this is how I recommend just viewing stop losses. Okay, this is how I trade. And keep in mind that I'm a trader that trades up to $1.5 million last year, right? So, and I've been in the crypto space for literally 7 years now. So I'm definitely one of those guys that you can trust and learn from. Do you know what I mean? There's some people that only do technical analysis. That's it. And they don't actually trade. They just do technical analysis on YouTube or on their Twitter, but you'll never see a single trade of theirs. Those are not real traders. They're people that do technical analysis. And people can be a really good technical analyst, but they can be absolutely crappy traders because those are two separate things. So make sure you're following people that actually have credibility. Join me at Philakone.com and come join my Discord group for 1 day. And you're going to see a gigantic change in the groups that you are currently in now versus the group that I hold and I run. Completely difference of night and day. I'm very professional and I keep it ensured that the ultimate goal is for you to learn something. So join me in my Discord group for a week or a month or 2 or 3, and you're going to notice all these changes in your personal trading. And with tough love of mine, I'm sure it's going to harden you into the kind of trader I know you could be. So make sure you guys consider that. Bitcoin's daily MACD is wanting to smash upside. So what happened here instead? We got a bounce, okay? We got a little bit of a breakdown, slightly. But hey, that's fine. Bear traps are they're gonna happen a little bit, you know? You can't expect things to be in a perfect line. We got ourselves into a 7% bounce so far, which is great. We got a higher high than this one so far. That's great. And it looks like it's going to the top side, trying to smash $43,000. Going to the weekly though, we need to acknowledge the fact that this here, $42,500 below the 55 weekly moving average, that is where the hard resistance is. It's right around here, 42.4, 42.5. We're going to have a really difficult time getting out of there. Right now, the month is almost over. Before, the month had a gigantic red candle. That was huge with no wick. Now that we've got about 5 days left into the month, it's going to be crucial for us to develop this wick. If this wick is developed and we push to the top side there, 2 months in a row, if the candles look something like that, like this one and that one, you can almost be guaranteed we're going to have a gigantic bullish run. And right now, based on the way things are looking, we have a daily MACD that's about to cross to the upside. And if this crossover happens, we just might very well have a bullish next 5 days, and the bull run could possibly start. If this were to happen, I think it's going to be everyone's wild and wet fantasy that, hey, the bull run could actually happen. I don't want to speak too loud because it can just slip away in a moment. So guys, we got a huge bull run possibly coming. We got a 7% bounce so far. It's looking phenomenal. Okay, the weekly chart is actually still not bearish yet. We're still on the cusp of perhaps coming down or breaking up. 2 days into the week, we got one tick down, but this week right now we're already going up. And with the daily crossing to the top side, it could very well cause the momentum of the weekly chart to go to the upside. So I look forward to seeing a lot of you in my Discord group. I'm going to leave you with the thought of mine with the daily MACD possible crossover occurring, which could leave the rest of the month very bullish if this continues. But first, we need to test $42,400. If we can get to that price point, 42.4, roughly there, that means that the monthly candle is going to generate a hammer candle. And if the monthly candle generates a hammer candle right around here, perhaps here, maybe right here would be ideal, 43K, that we're going to get a very bullish summer, in my opinion. So I look forward to seeing a lot of you in my Discord group. Thank you very much for sharing your morning with me and watching my videos. And I hope you all have yourselves a great day. Bye now.